I the asshole for being concerned that my wife and I will become the default financial support system for her family? Am I the asshole for being concerned that my wife and I will become the default financial support system for her family? My wife and I are both in our late 30s and have a 3-month-old son. We've been together for 13 years and married for about 2 years. My wife's parents have been living with us for about 5 years. We don't charge them rent or utilities. To be fair, my mother-in-law helps a lot with childcare, and I'm genuinely grateful for that. My father-in-law contributes less in that regard. My in-laws receive Social Security, but they send about half of their monthly income to one of my wife's sisters, who has struggled with significant mental health issues for many years and has never really been able to support herself consistently. My wife also has another sister who lives across the country. She's well-educated, but currently a stay-at-home mom with 2 children. Our marriage is reportedly unstable, and her husband is the sole breadwinner. While my in-laws don't directly ask us for money very often, we do cover a lot of expenses when we go out to eat and help in various ways. A bigger concern is the future. As my in-laws get older, I'm worried that my wife and I will become the default safety net for everyone because we're the most financially stable. It feels like there are always reasons why other family members can't help, which leaves us carrying most of the responsibility. I suggested having my in-laws spend part of the year living with my wife's other sister so that the responsibility isn't entirely on us. However, she pushed back, citing her unstable marriage, her husband's likely objections, and the fact that they live in a much smaller apartment while we live in a single-family home. I recently brought up my concerns to my wife and said that perhaps we should consider separating some of our finances so there would be clear boundaries regarding support for extended family. My wife was deeply hurt by that suggestion and felt like I was attacking her family or implying that I don't trust her. That wasn't my intention. My concern is less about our current situation and more about potentially being responsible for supporting multiple adults indefinitely, while also raising our son and planning for our own future. I don't mind helping family. I recognize there are benefits to having my in-laws here, and I appreciate everything my mother-in-law does for our son. At the same time, I miss the privacy and solitude of living in my own home with just my wife and child. I think a lot of my frustration comes from feeling like the responsibilities and sacrifices aren't shared evenly among the siblings. I don't necessarily want to stop helping. I just wish the overall situation felt more equitable. Am I the asshole? TLDR. My in-laws have lived with my wife and me for 5 years rent-free. My mother-in-law helps significantly with childcare, but I'm worried that as my in-laws age, my wife and I will become the default financial support system for them and possibly one of her sisters, while the other siblings contribute little. I raised concerns and suggested separating some finances to create boundaries, which deeply upset my wife. Am I the asshole?